The LA Lakers really did it, and with the 55th overall pick, they actually selected Bronny James, LeBron James' son, and they are going to be the first duo in the NBA to not only play in the league together, but also on the same team. This kind of reminds me of shades of Ken Griffey Jr. playing with his dad, Ken Griffey Sr., with the Seattle Mariners in the baseball. But this is really, really exciting. Whether or not it's nepotism, whether or not it's just for hype, media clicks, whatever it is, it's a really nice story to see a father and son play on the same court, not only as opponents, but now as teammates. It's a really cool deal. This also proves the longevity of LeBron James. He's going into year 22 of his very long, storied career. Bronny has some ability. I think that despite him having some health concerns with his heart heading into his freshman year at USC, he has flashed some potential being somewhat of a kind of a defensive guard. I think he's gotten compared to like a Davion Mitchell. Regardless, it's low risk, high reward, right? It's the 55th overall pick. You're hoping that something sticks. You're happy if he is some guy to finish off your rotation. And we're not expecting a lot from Bronny, to be honest. I think the fact that we could see him on the court at some point, nice to see maybe a lob between son and father. That would be really, really cool. But I think it's just a really nice story. It's going to be fun to see how these two actually play on the court if that actually happens. Summer League is going to be great for Bronny. It's going to help his development, play with some of his maybe future Lakers teammates, and just him getting some reps. I wouldn't be surprised if Bronny maybe spends some time in the G League just to get acquainted, because in college he barely played after the heart issue, and we know that he's still trying to working his way back into it, being consistently there. The NBA is a long season, and I just don't think the Lakers really need him, because out of the two picks that they had in this draft, Dalton Connect, I think, is a great selection. At 17th overall, this guy is the sharpshooter the Lakers needed. Pairing him with Austin Reeves, I think, is going to be good. I think Dalton's going to obviously come off the bench, but they desperately needed shooting. LeBron is obviously a guy that likes to find shooters open out, thanks to his ability to penetrate and pass on the kickouts. And also this comes in with JJ Redick being the head coach of the future. He signed a 4-year deal with the LA Lakers after them flirting with Dan Hurley of the UConn Huskies. He ended up declining the deal, and we kind of reverted back to the end-up favorite being JJ Redick. JJ knows his hoops. That's very, very clear. It's just a matter of how it's going to translate to the NBA, a locker room of men, because he's coached his son's team, and that's very nice. It's cute, it's nice, it's fun, but the NBA is a whole different thing. I think he's been obviously setting up really good relationships on his podcast. I'm sad to see that the podcast is going to be probably shut down for the foreseeable future, but he knows hoops. He knows how to talk to players, but now can he coach? Can he yell at LeBron James? Can he yell at Anthony Davis when they're not maybe playing at their best? We'll see how that works. Obviously, those two worked really well together briefly in a podcast we saw between LeBron James and JJ Redick, but there's still a lot of gaps. The Lakers obviously aren't done yet. Rob Pelinka is going to be trying to find what could be either a third star in this Lakers team, or at least finding players to round out the roster. We knew that this team, running it back with D'Angelo Russell and some other pieces from their 2023 team, didn't really work out. It was a first round exit, kind of a disappointing season, but now you have maybe boy wonder, boy genius in JJ Redick to direct this team, and now with probably a more motivated LeBron, given that now he has his son. He has a coach that he's gotten along well off the court. He still has Anthony Davis. The Lakers are certainly up there with making some more moves to ascend and be a Western Conference contender.